As we bring in Fox 4 certified meteorologist Katie Walls with the very latest every 3 hours with the update. We see the progress more and more with that strengthening.
Unfortunately, Chris, we saw a lot of strengthening here over the course of the last several hours. And now, with it expected to be a strong Cat 2, just on the cusp of Category 3 off of our coastline, you don't have to be in the cone to have the impacts. And that's exactly what we saw with Hurricane Ian. And that's something that we really have to keep in mind, friends. So as we continue to closely monitor Tropical Storm Idalia, again, sustained winds now of 60 miles per hour stationary here. It's roughly 500 miles to the southwest of Fort Myers. But as we put this into motion, basically, we are expecting it now to become a Category 1 hurricane as early as tomorrow evening, just off the western tip of Cuba, and thereafter pushing into the eastern Gulf of Mexico. So even though right now landfall is not forecast here in southwest Florida, we'll be on that right-hand side. And you hear us talk about the right-hand side of the storm being the worst side of the storm. It's really because of the storm surge potential. And that's one reason why those storm surge watches have been issued for our entire coastline throughout southwest Florida. So as of now, it's forecast to be off our coastline as a powerful Category 2 storm on Tuesday evening. So Tuesday will be our primary day of impact. Landfall expected toward the Big Bend right now on early Wednesday morning, and thereafter it moves off through South Georgia and skirts the Carolinas, eventually curving back toward Bermuda by midweek. So here's the timeline for when we could potentially see those impacts here in southwest Florida. Here's what we need to be prepared for. Tropical storm force winds starting around 3 o'clock on Tuesday. That means sustained winds of 39 miles per hour, and then of course those higher gusts. Rainfall, those outer rain bands starting to initialize, move onshore around 11 a.m. on Tuesday. Storm surge, that's going to be increasing Tuesday afternoon. And as for that tornado threat, of course, with those outer rain bands, we could see a couple of brief spin-up tornadoes. So what are some things that you can do tomorrow to get prepared for this? Well, some easy things: trim, cut back branches, palm fronds that could fall, and that way you can organize where they fall. Now's the time to store lawn and patio furniture, anything that could blow around in consistent 40-mile-per-hour winds. Same story with trash cans. And also, tomorrow is a good day, if you haven't done it already, assemble that emergency supply kit. And if you need that help, just head over to fox4now.com. So as of now, tomorrow morning, a quiet start, starting mid to late morning, isolated showers and storms expected. Looking ahead to the afternoon, better chance for those downpours. So just a heads up, more of a classic August pattern for tomorrow. And then as we quickly peek ahead to your Tuesday morning, those winds start to increase. And then there you go, mid to late morning. That's when the onset of those outer rain bands, those big storms start to move onshore. For more of a breakdown county by county of what you can expect, let's send it to meteorologist Andrew Shipley.
Yeah, thanks, Katie. We're going to start down south Collier County for you. We're going to go through each county that's under a watch right now. So Collier County, right now we're expecting about 1 to 3 inches worth of rain. Winds gusting to about 40 miles an hour. And like many of us along the coastline, the potential for peak storm surge right around 2 to 4 feet there. Let's head a little bit further to the north. We are expecting here in Lee County a little bit higher impacts for us. Still 2 to 4 inches worth of rain, maybe some isolated amounts higher than that. Wind gusts 45 miles an hour, and still that 2 to 4 foot storm surge range. Charlotte County, again, further north you get, the more impacts. Looking at wind gusts there, 55 miles an hour. Still that 2 to 4 range, isolated amounts up to 6 with that 2 to 4 inch surge range. Now, we do head inland there. Do expect a little bit less impacts actually into DeSoto County, but still that potential 1 to 3 inches worth of rain, maybe some isolated amounts higher than that. Wind gusts 30 miles an hour. But you head in towards the coastline, towards Sarasota County. Our friends in, say, Englewood, Northport, they could see 3 to 6 inches worth of rain. They're actually in a hurricane watch there. Surge there 3 to 5 feet, and that higher surge amounts as we get closer towards Tampa Bay. Obviously something we will be watching there. As for the 7-day forecast, you get beyond a Tuesday, Wednesday, we do look at better conditions still, though, watching our storm chances as we head in towards the holiday weekend.